Hi everyone, I am Samir M. Butungkay, and for this video I will discuss the theory of St. Thomas Aquinas of the natural law. To understand better about the natural law of St. Thomas Aquinas, Aquinas gave us three human inclinations, or we call this human nature, that serve as the ground of this natural law. Number 1, our commonality with other beings, or in common with other beings. So this is something that implanted to us by nature. Aquinas identified that it is common to us as humans, to other beings, and all forms of creatures to preserve our own lives. A concrete example of commonality with other animals is when animals like cats and dogs and other animals, when they feel threatened, they run away. Same with us humans, when we feel threatened or when we are in danger, we protect ourselves. Therefore, by principles of the natural law set by Thomas Aquinas, this is where we understand that it is definitely wrong to kill other people. It is definitely wrong to do abortions because it does not promote life. Instead, it kills life. So, by principles of the natural law set by Thomas Aquinas, any acts that does not promote life or preserve human life or that kills life is morally not acceptable. The second human inclination is our commonality with other animals, or in common with other animals. These are our commonalities to do sexual intercourse to produce species, and second, our commonality to take care of our offspring. In words of St. Thomas Aquinas, it is nature for human beings to do sexual activities with his fellow human beings. However, this engagement to do sexual activity must be in line with the promotion of human life. In other words, a certain sexual activity will become ethically acceptable if this promotes life. On the other hand, if a sexual activity does not promote life itself, like homosexual activity, then in the ethics of Aquinas, this is definitely wrong. Since it is also the natural inclinations of human beings to take care of the young children, so anything that abuses the children, like emotional abuse, physical abuse, or not giving them proper care or not giving them proper education, is definitely not ethically acceptable, because this goes against the natural inclinations of human beings that we have to take care of our offspring. The third natural inclinations of human beings that St. Thomas Aquinas pointed out that the natural law is our inclination towards goodness in accordance with our human rights. It is nature for human beings to know, to have knowledge, to avoid ignorance. This is more on concerns in education, and secondly, in social concern. Because in the point of view of St. Thomas Aquinas, in accordance with the reason, we have the capacity to know the truth. We have the capacity to be educated. We are gifted with this intelligence. Therefore, it is nature for human beings to nourish, to be educated. Now, in line with these third natural inclinations of human beings is that we will realize our social relatedness with our fellow human beings. St. Thomas Aquinas tells us that we actually live with the society. So therefore, we must be in the natural world. For the most, we will not be selfish, only to think about what is good for ourselves, but also think that we live with other people. So our actions, decisions, and concerns in life must not only promote our own good, but also to promote the good of our community, the good of our village, and the good of our society. We should follow the natural law of St. Thomas Aquinas because the master principle of his natural law is that good is to be done and pursued, and evil avoided. His natural law tells us not to harm others and respect one another. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something in this video. God bless and goodbye.